So, what I wanted to talk about today is really all the chaos that's going on in the world, the bad news that is, really, really horrific, and it's stuff that mainly only we can see, right? We see it. We see the athletes dropping dead. We see the children, you know, all this stuff coming for the children, and it's horrific. It's absolutely horrific, and I'm seeing people lose hope. It's horrible what's going on. And I just want to remind you of something. I put up a post which was so beautifully articulated yesterday, and it was a copied post that I put up. And it's really, what we need to focus on is what is happening around those things. It's really seeing that it's highlighting everything that's wrong with our world, and it's really hard to see. And of course, a lot of people are walking around like this with their blinkers on, and that's really hard to witness as well. But what we need to focus on is the fact that if this stuff wasn't shown, I mean, most of us here, myself included, I knew about big pharma, I knew about the big banking and the corporates and all that sort of thing, but I didn't really dive into the rabbit holes in a big way until last year. And I'm sure that's the same for most of you. I know some of you have been down there for many, many years, and my God, how you kept your sanity, I do not know. But for me, I knew things were a little bit off with the schooling systems, for example, and that sort of thing. But I didn't realise to what degree. And for that, I'm actually thankful that I've woken up to this degree. As hard as it is, I'm thankful that I can see, all the bullshit, all the lies, all the corruption now. I'm thankful that I can see it. My prayer, and I'm sure your prayer, is that the rest of mankind wake up to see it and witness it in the same way that we are as well. We need to focus on that. In addition to that, we need to focus on the change makers, the people who are making it happen, the solution creators, and perhaps we need to step into that role ourselves, because what better diversion is there than actually, taking action in a positive way. And that's why I wanted to share with you. There's a couple of things I'm actually doing this week, because a lot of you responded really positively to a post that I shared. And I just saw it in an Awakened Education group. I didn't really know much about it, but it's about this guy who's set up, he's got financing for like this barn. He has set up a school, an alternative school up in Warwickshire, and teaching life skills as opposed to curriculum. And I've actually reached out to him, and he's agreed to an interview, which I'm going to be doing on Monday night. It'll probably be one I'll be recording and reposting, so you'll probably get to see it on Tuesday. If you have any questions about that project, I'm sure you probably know which one I'm talking about. But he's got doctors and pharmacists and all kinds of people getting involved, which is amazing, because it just shows there is this need for this community connection amongst all the services that are seeing through the bullshit and want to provide an alternative. So if you want to ask some, or let me know any questions you would like me to ask him, I would be more than happy to do that. The chap's name is Tom Hickin. I tagged him in the post after I made a connection with him. So do connect with him also. But I'm really excited to be interviewing him and bringing that knowledge to you, because I know he wants this to go UK wide. It could potentially go worldwide. Focus on the change. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is on Thursday night. Now, I co-host a Facebook group with my brother. It's called Freedom Families. You've seen me talk about it. And last week, not Thursday just gone, the Thursday before, we had a wonderful panel discussion helping parents whose children are in the school system, who are home educating, helping them to know their rights around everything that's going on in the schools and your rights as a home educator. That was hugely successful. People who watched it and people who attended the Zoom, because we have it on a live Zoom, so you can jump on the Zoom call with us, and we broadcast it live as well. And the people who were on that particular call really got a lot out of it, and they said they felt so much better. They felt like, yes, things are starting to happen, and they felt the support that we were providing. So next Thursday, this Thursday coming, one of the biggest barriers we see is there's so many parents out there who want to get their kids out the school system, but obviously the biggest barrier to that is income, right? So how do I make money if I can't go to work is obviously the big question. How do I do this? I want to get my kids out, want them home with me so I know they're safe. So we've actually got a panel next week, and don't worry, it's not going to be all selling you MLM or anything like that. We will talk about those things from an objective point of view. However, we will have a crypto expert. So if you're interested in that side and you want money to work in a bit more of a passive way, that's going to be there. We've got a couple of ladies joining us a lady joining us, Madalena, and her partner Antonio is joining us from the Shine tribe. We all have these different tribes in the Thrive communities. It's all part of the Thrive movement. And she talks about making money from your passions, what you love doing. We have another chap, Peter Cook, who is from our Boss tribe, and he talks about how you can actually turn something you're good at into an income, what you can do, what the different things you can do. I'm going to be on that panel as well. I've been an internet marketer for 6 years, and I make money online. I have affiliate products that I sell, but one of my main things is that you have to be in alignment with what you're doing. That's the only way, is being complete authenticity, complete alignment. And I'm going to be talking through that with you. And my brother, he's the crypto expert here, Richard. He's going to be talking about what you can do with your money if you want to go in that direction. So we have got this whole array covered. We invite you to come on the live call, ask questions. This is a really great opportunity if you've got an idea, or even if you haven't, because when I left my job, I had no idea what I was going to do. So even if you haven't, it might give you ideas. So I really encourage you, if you're not in the Freedom Families Facebook group, I will drop the link after I finish this live if you haven't already joined. We will be broadcasting live into the group. We will be having a Zoom session which you are welcome to jump on. If you can't make it to that, we will be inviting you to give us questions so we can answer your specific questions on the call, and you're welcome to drop those below this video if you like, and we will answer every single one, which is exactly what we did last week. So, the whole point of this is to really be focused on solutions. Where can we go from here? How can we be more self-sufficient? And obviously having a self-sufficient income away from bosses is a huge one, right? So that all of a sudden they can't turn around to you and say, oh, you need to have a job, right? We've heard that, haven't we? It's going on in Australia already. No jab, no job. I think this is valuable, not just to those who want to home educate, but to those who just want to get out from that system. It's just one solution, or we're going to present to you several solutions within that field, and we hope that it will help you in some way. Plus, you will then be connected to us all, and you can ask questions in the future as well. So, there's a couple of things this week that I'm doing personally, and I hope you'll join me, because I think you'll find it really fruitful and really useful. In the meantime, I just want to say from my heart to your heart, I just really want to send you a lot of love if you're really feeling it. I really went through it this week. I think we all agree the energies were weird. They were, off the charts. I'm feeling a lift today. Things seem to be steadying, seem to be normalizing. Hang on in there. My favorite phrase when I was going through hell about 4 years ago was, "This too shall pass." And if you can just get through today, tomorrow maybe you'll feel a slight shift, maybe you won't. But if you can connect to your communities, it will help you. And I know this is one of the reasons we find it so hard to get off Facebook, isn't it? To be honest, it's because we are so connected here. And hopefully we can come up, we in the Thrive community, there is a social media platform. It's not that lively yet because we need to get people over there. And it's like the early days of Facebook, if you remember what that was like. So that will be another option. But for now, I just want you to know I know where you're at. I feel it. I see it. I'm not always happy, positive. I have days where I just crumble and I cry. And I just feel down and I feel angry. And I just want you to know, because there's this whole thing about being in a high vibration all the time. You're in a vibration of truth. And truth, you have to be at a really high vibration to be seeing truth. So when you have your wobbly days, when you're having your off days, remember that. And allow whatever needs to pass through. You are grieving for the whole collective, right? And that's a huge burden. And it's something that for whatever reason, we chose to take on in this lifetime. So just be kind to yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Let your heart grieve. Feel the sadness. Let it pass through you. Be angry. But don't take it out on others. Just, again, you know why you're angry. It's because of all the fucking injustice that's going on in the world. And it's absolutely horrific to witness. And you might be experiencing it on a personal level. And do you know what? It's okay to be angry. You watch some of the stuff, the new age stuff. And it's not that all new age. I follow a lot of new age stuff. But one of the things is... anger is a part of ego, and it's not. It's a very real expression. If you don't let that out in or channel it, I should say, channel it in a positive way. And channeling it in a positive way is taking action. It's taking positive steps instead of taking it out on someone. That is when anger takes control of you, but you can control your anger and you can say, right, what can I do to change this? There are things going on. I also want to share, there is something called the freedomnetwork.co.uk. They are setting up hubs all over the UK. I've set one up for our town. So that's something else I'm doing as well on a local level. But you might have one that's already started near you. Again, I'll drop that link. So go and check that out. See if there's a hub near you. If you feel it's inside of you to start one, start one. It's frustrating as hell. I can tell you that because we're just on our second week. We've got our third week on Tuesday night. We've got our local meeting. I think one of the main issues is that people want to see change. They want it right away. But a lot of people don't want to take the action that's required to create those changes. And that's one of the challenges, you're going to face. And people will drop off and they will come together. And eventually you will have a team of people who are action takers, who are determined to see this through. And, we haven't taken the easy road here. This is the hard road. This is the really hard road. We are saying no to all the systems that have enslaved us. We're saying no to government. We're saying no to the bullshit. And we are going to find our own way. There's nothing easy about that. And I just want to, take my hat off to you because... that's huge. That's absolutely huge. And if any of you are moving in those circles, then congratulations, because it's a massive, massive challenge. But we're growing, aren't we? I mean, God, how much have we grown in the last, 18 months, 2 years? Massively. I bet you look back at yourself from 2 years ago, you're unrecognizable. So you're amazing. Look how far you've come. Okay, that's the only reason you need to look back, is to see how far you've come. and you're doing fantastic, you know. And if you're just starting, like I am, you know, it's fine. That's good. That's amazing. It seemed that 2020 was the year of, you know, awakening, truthing, and all that kind of thing. But 2021 has become a year of action, and we are beginning to see things start to occur. You know, the Tom Hicken, who I was referring to earlier, with the new school that he's building and wants to, you know, spread that out. The Freedom Network. You know, we're kind of moving past the protests and the, you know, petitions, because let's face it, it's falling on deaf ears. I think they're great for morale, and I don't diss all that stuff that's going on. No way, you know, and I really get annoyed when people do that. And we know that the message is getting to the people, you know, who think they're at the top. We know they're seeing what's going on. They know we're awake. So giving them that message is a good thing. But, you know, the best way to make the old systems obsolete is to build the new ones. So, guys, I don't know what Facebook is doing. I know I can see I've got viewers, but I can't see a comment, so I can't respond, and I'm really sorry about that. So if you're talking to me, bless you, thank you, and I will go and check those once I finish this live, and I will respond to you by typing. So yeah, please, if you've jumped on, please do watch the video. I've talked about 2 things that are happening this week, which I think you'll find really interesting and important to get involved with. So take care. Have an amazing Saturday. I love you. You're doing amazing. We are doing amazing. We're fucking heroes, guys. Okay. And I will see you soon. So take care. Mwah.